So I'm gonna do some curling on bench press because curling on squat bar is so outdated. And isolation, I really try to execute the form perfectly. I don't worry about weight. Now this is the exercise that can really humble pretty much anyone. And do some triceps crunches. Oh my god, some cable crunches, not triceps crunches. Now I wonder how the fuck would that look? Squat curls. So as you're squatting, you're doing curls. Like maybe then some more people would do leg day when they can do arms with it. We have to work for the results that's gonna be shown sometime in the future. Good morning. Another arms day on its way. We're gonna get those guns pumping again. Say what you want, but having big arms is just privilege. When you go to gym and have big arms, it's the only thing that's seen first time when someone looks upon you. Like if you're wearing a t-shirt, the arms. You can do back, you can do legs and all that shit. If you don't have big arms, no one will notice that you go to gym. That's why no one notices me going to the gym. Everyone asks me like, what do you do? Do you have a hobby? I think the height might be the biggest problem. It's just hard to fill the frame. I have to eat so much more and I look like an athlete of some sort. But I don't look like I'm doing bodybuilding, which just pisses me off. But I also believe that when you fill the taller frame, you look way bigger than anyone else. And as we are here in the parking lot, you know what time it is. So I'm gonna do some curling on bench press because curling on squat bar is so outdated. Jokes aside, I'm doing this on a bench press because there's no one in the gym and it's the easiest for me to just take the bar from here, and there's also another bench press next to me. If someone wants to, can work out there. So I'm not taking any place before you all start bashing me in the comments. I'm gonna try with 50 and see how it goes. I might cheat a little bit, but I don't mind cheating on this one because I always do the barbell curl with a little bit heavier weight with not a good form, but always controlling the negative. And I might add a little bit of isolation exercises later on, where I just squeeze the muscle as much as possible. Now this time I'm putting another 10 on and trying for 60, but I'm gonna try to just do a couple of reps, see how it goes, and maybe cheat a little bit more. And then I'm gonna do a drop set where I'm gonna do with 40 as much as I can. Although the first one will probably be a little bit of ego lifting, but I like to do that because I like to feel the weight that I wanna lift. So even though I may not be able to complete a couple of good reps, I feel like that's the similar way for thing you do with bench press, where you do the static hold, where you take a lot of more weight. I think it's like up to 20% more weight than your 1 rep max, and where you just re-rack it and hold it. So I kind of go for the same effect with this exercise. Although I'm not holding, I'm trying to do the curl. Oh, no way. Time for some triceps. Now I like to do this exercise with 2 ropes, or if you have a long rope, it's even better. If you don't, you can do it with a single rope, but I feel like this is giving me a little bit more range of motion. I like to do for the arms, like I said, with curls. I always like to combine heavy lifting with isolating exercises and isolation. I really try to execute the form perfectly. I don't worry about weight. Of course, you try to do as much as you can while controlling the form as much as possible. But even if the form breaks down, I think you're still gonna get a lot of benefits from the heavy lifting. It's gonna increase the weight every time you lift. And I believe that if you lift heavy a couple of times, 3 to 4 times, and then the next time you try lighter weight, you're gonna have more control, you're gonna be able to do more reps, and you're gonna be able to progress more. Let me try 1 or 2 more. Now with the arms, you can do supersets. You do triceps, and then you go for the biceps, then you rest for a minute, go back to triceps, biceps, and combine that. And you can then end up being half an hour in the gym doing like 6 exercises or something like that. The reason why I don't do it right now is because I'm filming and I would have to set up everything, I would have to move the camera around, and it would take up more time than it actually needs. So that's why I'm doing one after another. But also, if you want, you can do biceps like I do. You can do biceps, then do triceps while the biceps is resting. So when I'm finished with triceps, I'm gonna go do a little bit of curling. My biceps pretty much rested from the first curling exercise. So that's also good. Or you can go just biceps, 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 triceps, triceps, triceps. Whatever you like. The important thing is that you go to right amount of the intensity, and that you go as close as possible to failure. Now this is the exercise that can really humble pretty much anyone, as it puts your biceps in a so isolated move that you can't really cheat much, and you don't have any other option but to use your biceps. Don't be discouraged by the weight you are lifting with this one, because it is an amazing exercise for biceps. So even if you're moving a smaller weight, and you will be, it is significantly better than moving some other exercises with a lot more load of the stretched position that your biceps is in. And because of the movement, it's very, very specific movement. It just, I would put it in one of the best exercises for biceps. Fuck. Now for this exercise I would aim for a little bit higher reps, just to pump that muscle a little bit more. Fuck. So we're gonna go for one more, and then we're gonna go and do some triceps crunches. Oh my god, some cable crunches, not triceps crunches. Now I wonder how the fuck would that look? Triceps crunches like something like that. Now it would be fun to combine the uncombinable exercises into one. I don't know, maybe squat curls. So as you're squatting, you're doing curls. Like maybe then some more people would do leg day when they can do arms with it. Yeah. Fuck me. Arms day done, and honestly I'm much more satisfied with the bicep. I don't know, somehow I was more connected with the muscle. It is what it is. One day you're doing better with something, the other day you're doing better with something else. It's just the way it is, and that's what I wanted to talk about in this post-workout ride. Don't let the slow progress put you down. You're just gonna have some bad days where your lifts don't really go the way you want it to go, and that's okay. That happens. Like, the best thing you can do in that case is just to push through. No matter what, you did the workout. That's the most important thing, and you should be happy you went to the fucking gym and did it, period. So be proud of yourself for doing that, for being consistent, and for the next workout do a little bit more. As long as you're being consistent, you're gonna see the results. And that is also the main issue here, where we don't see the results right away. We have to work for the results that's gonna be shown sometime in the future. And that's the main reason why a lot of people give up. It's because they don't see the results in a week or in a month, and they feel discouraged. You shouldn't do that. It is just the way it is. It is the most ungrateful sport. So you can just be on point with everything, with diet, with sleep, with training, do it consistently for years. The moment you stop training, the decline is so fucking fast. I think that in a year, no one would even notice that you ever trained. And that is the most ungrateful thing about bodybuilding, is that you have to be consistent every day, throughout the year, throughout the life. And that is why it is a lifestyle. Of course, I'm always saying, do what you want to do. So if you like being 15%, 20% body fat, and you feel great, and you're working out, 3-4 times a week, sometimes you miss a couple of workouts, sometimes you go, you look in shape, not perfectly shredded, nothing special, but you're satisfied with it, and you're healthy, and you don't have body dysmorphia, you don't think bad about yourself, it doesn't affect your mental health, then why the fuck not? That's why bodybuilding and workout and any kind of physical exercise is good for people. It helps you regulate stress, it helps you stay healthy, it helps you eat healthier, because as soon as you start working out, you're minding your nutrition a little bit. Every single one of us. As long as you're happy, it's good. But the thing is, as soon as you start going into the extremes, as soon as you start training like a professional bodybuilder, as soon as you start going for that lower body fat percentage and higher muscle mass, it is going so fucking fast down as soon as you stop. It's crazy. If you're into bodybuilding and you really want to like compete or something like that, you really have to think about it as a lifestyle, and there's no shortcuts. You just have to put in the work every day for years to come. If you want it to be like a hobby where it gets you a little bit fitter, you can do that as well. You're gonna have some muscle, but you're not gonna be as big as someone who is dedicated himself to just be as big as possible. For people who are doing this as a hobby, it doesn't really matter. You have to like be mindful and take in as much as protein as you can, cut on some basic like sugars and stuff like that, but you don't really have to go into so much detail as someone who is planning to compete. So my main point is, do what makes you happy. That's the main point of this story. Don't worry about little setbacks. Even if you are going for professional bodybuilding, it's gonna happen, and there's nothing you can do about it but to react to it. And the way you react to those setbacks is the way you're gonna feel about yourself. So if you get all depressed because you had bad day, because you had bad lift today, because something didn't work out, because today wasn't the best day for your nutrition goals and all that, you're gonna feel depressed about yourself all the time, and you're gonna feel like you're shrinking in front of the fucking mirror. As you're looking at yourself, you're shrinking. That's not good. That's called the body dysmorphia, and I kind of have that to a point, and the best way I deal with it is I look to the pictures of myself from last year, from 5 years ago, and then I see the small differences that I don't see looking at myself in the mirror every day. And that way you can affect the way you feel about yourself by being satisfied with the progress you're making. Most important thing is that you're making progress. And that's why it's important to track your lifts, take pictures, do whatever you need just to see the progress in front of you. Because if you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you ain't gonna see it. Anyways, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.